Just after 5 a.m., while most of South Africa slept, a carefully planned operation quietly set history in motion. In the dim light of early morning, a convoy of unmarked black vehicles entered an exclusive neighborhood in northern Gauteng. There were no sirens, no flashing lights, no public spectacle. Yet what unfolded behind those gates would soon dominate national conversation and shake the foundations of political power. Senior law enforcement officials exited first, followed by forensic teams carrying sealed evidence containers. The mood was controlled, deliberate, unmistakably serious. Within minutes, a senior political figure, someone long viewed as untouchable, was placed under arrest. There was no resistance, no dramatic confrontation. Just silence, broken by engines idling and doors closing. For many watching from afar, this moment felt unreal. For years, critics had argued that accountability stopped at a certain level. That belief was about to be tested. According to sources familiar with the investigation, this arrest was not sudden. It was the result of months of meticulous work carried out far from public view. While national attention was focused elsewhere, investigators were quietly building a case piece by piece. Surveillance operations ran continuously. Interviews were conducted discreetly. Financial records were examined line by line. Digital footprints were traced with precision. Behind the scenes, whistleblowers stepped forward, fully aware of the risks they were taking. Their testimony, combined with leaked documents and digital evidence, is believed to have shifted the case from suspicion to action. Investigators now say they have assembled a body of evidence strong enough to withstand even the most aggressive legal challenge. Although the identity of the detained leader quickly became the subject of intense speculation online, authorities chose restraint. Official confirmation was withheld, with details reserved for a scheduled press briefing. Political analysts, however, wasted no time. Many are already calling this one of the most significant anti-corruption actions South Africa has seen in years. For decades, public frustration with corruption has been steadily building. Inquiry after inquiry exposed wrongdoing, yet consequences rarely followed. Trust eroded. Anger grew. Patience wore thin. This arrest landed directly in that climate of exhaustion and demand for change. Early reports suggest the charges spanned several years and involved transactions worth millions of rand. Investigators are examining contracts awarded to questionable companies, unexplained offshore transfers, and potential links to tender manipulation networks operating within the province. Financial experts describe the alleged schemes as anything but accidental. What has emerged is a complex web of intermediaries, shell entities, and layered transactions designed to obscure the true flow of money. This was not sloppy administration or technical oversight. It appears to be deliberate planning, carefully executed and intentionally concealed. Sources within the Hawks say the sealed arrest warrant was signed after critical digital evidence came to light. Devices seized from a close associate reportedly contained emails, spreadsheets, and voice recordings that implicate multiple individuals. As analysts worked through the data, a broader picture began to form. What initially looked like isolated incidents started to resemble a coordinated system spanning both government and private sector entities. This is where the story grows beyond a single arrest. Patterns emerged. The same company names resurfaced across different contracts. Money flowed across borders. Transactions linked back to familiar intermediaries. The evidence suggested not chaos, but structure, a system designed to extract value quietly while maintaining plausible deniability. The political fallout was immediate. Within hours, divisions inside the ruling party became impossible to ignore. Some members publicly welcomed the arrest, framing it as proof that the justice system is asserting its independence. Others pushed back, claiming the timing was politically motivated and aimed at weakening internal rivals. Long-standing tensions that had simmered beneath the surface were suddenly exposed. Opposition parties seized the moment. They accused the government of allowing corruption to flourish unchecked and demanded urgent parliamentary intervention. Their question was blunt: if wrongdoing of this scale could exist for so long, how many others might be involved? Legal analysts urge caution, but also vigilance. They note that this case could be only the beginning. If the detained leader chooses to cooperate, the fallout could widen dramatically. Reports suggest discussions around potential plea arrangements are already underway, depending on how events unfold. Public reaction has been explosive. Social media filled almost instantly with speculation, leaked documents, analysis threads, and raw emotion. Some expressed anger that corruption may have been tolerated for years. Others felt relief, seeing long overdue action. Many felt both at once. Civil society groups quickly demanded full transparency, warning that this case must not be delayed, diluted, or selectively prosecuted. The economic implications are also being closely watched. Some analysts believe the arrest sends a positive signal to investors, suggesting stronger governance and renewed commitment to the rule of law. Others warn of instability if further arrests follow and political tensions escalate. Markets, so far, have responded cautiously, reflecting both hope and uncertainty. Meanwhile, investigators remained at the residence for hours, collecting documents, electronic devices, and other material deemed relevant. The detained leader is expected to appear in court within 48 hours, an event likely to draw intense media attention as prosecutors outline initial charges and address bail. Overnight, South Africa's political landscape changed. What was once whispered is now openly debated. Institutions handling the case are under global scrutiny, and every decision will be judged as a test of independence and integrity. Prosecutors are reportedly working around the clock, fully aware that the outcome will resonate far beyond one courtroom. This arrest is not just a legal development. It is a political and social turning point. It represents investigative persistence, whistleblower courage, public pressure, and institutional resolve converging in a single moment. The coming days promise more revelations, and one question now dominates the national conversation: is this the beginning of real change, or merely the first chapter of a much larger reckoning?